Okay. Go for it.
Hello everybody. So my name is Mark Healy. Thank you for joining us for the Acts of Remembrance and for the Brick Lane anniversary tonight. It's the 24th of April 2020, and it's actually the 21st anniversary of these attacks. As we begin, it's customary that we always thank all the local authorities, key partners and communities that we've worked with. So a big shout out to the local council, to our Hamlets Council, to the local police. We've got our hate crime officer joining us this evening, so nice to see you, Rich. The Outer Valley Foundation, REAL, which is a disabled people's organisation, Tower Hamlets LGBT Community Forum. I've got to say that working in Tower Hamlets has been a great honour. They've got one of the most proactive hate crime forums, the No Place for Hate Forum. So if you are a local resident, it's worth getting in contact and finding out what they're doing. They offer free training and opportunities to actually get involved in their campaign to tackle hate crime in the borough. So we're going to start off with a set of 3 videos. The first one is about 172430, just our overall aims. Then there's a welcome by me, which is slightly longer, followed by an intro to what the April Acts of Remembrance are. We'll then pause and light the candles and have a minute's silence. We'll then play another two videos and a poem. There's a Brick Lane poem, Brick Lane video that we've put together. Then there's announcement by the Mayor of Tower Hamlets, and then Terry is going to read her poem on behalf of Nick Moore, who was killed in the Apple Duncan bombing. After that, we have a short video about reporting hate crime, and then we're going to finish with True Colours, a music video which has been put together by Camden Voices, and then we'll end. So if we start with the video, that'd be great.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Mark Healy and I'm the founder of 172430 National Hate Crime Awareness Week. It's a small anti-hate crime charity that I run from my home that was set up 11 years ago as a Facebook group to mark the 10th anniversary of the London nail bomb attacks on Brixton, Brick Lane and Soho. I read an article in a magazine that said the anniversaries cause pain and suffering, and that people don't care, and therefore we should play these anniversaries down. And I just thought that was wrong, which is why I set up the Facebook group in the first place. I chose the name 17/24/30 because I wanted to remind people of the dates of the 3 attacks. 17th of April in Brixton, when a bomb was targeted against the black community. 24th of April, when a bomb was targeted against the Asian community of Brick Lane. And the 30th of April, where a bomb was targeted against the gay community of Soho. I think it's really important that we do what we can to bring these communities together and to work together to tackle all forms of hate crime. Every year, without fail since 1999, the friends and family of those killed and injured have gathered in Soho to remember their loved ones. We believe it's important to remember those we've lost, and also to stand in solidarity with those who need our ongoing support, to ensure our communities don't forget what happened, to make sure it never happens again. So one of the things our charity does is bring together a team of volunteers who help us organise the April Acts of Remembrance. Each year we go down to Brixton, Brick Lane and Soho and light 3 candles representing the 3 communities that were attacked, in memory of the 3 people who died in the Apple Duncan bombing: John Light, Nick Moore and Andrea Dykes. Our volunteers give out hate crime information. We take the time to talk to people and listen to their experiences. We think it's important to signpost people to the advice and support services that are available, to encourage people to report hate crime, to encourage our communities to come together and say there's no place for hate in our communities, to make our communities safer places for everybody. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, we can't meet up with each other in person, but we can still be with each other in spirit, and we can definitely connect with each other online. The idea behind the Facebook group was really quite simple. We just wanted to create an online space where people could come together to share photos and memories and stay in touch with each other. It's a time for great sorrow, but also a time for hope. Watching the news, it's easy to get overwhelmed with fear and sadness as we watch the world respond to this terrible virus that's taking our loved ones away. No words can just do justice to the sense of pain inflicted across all our communities. We feel it too with the loss of our dear friend Paul. But in every situation there's an opportunity for good people to step forward to help make things better. We saw this after the nail bomb attacks 21 years ago, after 9/11 and 7/7, after London Bridge, Westminster Bridge, Manchester Arena, Christchurch, the Finsbury Park Mosque, and now we're seeing it as the world comes together to respond to the coronavirus. Millions upon millions of people are working together for the health and well-being of their communities. Thousands upon thousands of mutual aid groups have been set up across the world to help those in need. Whilst we are forced to socially distance ourselves, people are finding ways to use social media to connect with each other online in ways that we'd never imagined before. We certainly didn't imagine we'd be organising the April Acts of Remembrance this way this year, which hopefully gives everybody some hope. We will get through these challenging times and we will be together afterwards, much stronger than ever before. Please stay safe, be well, and look after those you can without putting yourselves at risk. Thank you. Finally, we're going to give you 2 helpline numbers. The first one is for the Samaritans. Their number is 116 123. They're a great organisation. They're free to call and they're open 24 hours a day, so you can call them morning, noon or night. That's 116 123 for the Samaritans. They'll be happy to talk to you. Another helpline number that we're going to give you is the switchboard. That's the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgendered helpline, offering calm words when you need them most. Their helpline number is 0300 330 0630. That's 0300 330 0630. They're open 10 AM to 10 PM. They're a great organisation. They were there for us and our community 21 years ago after the Aberl Duncan nail bombing, giving out advice and support, and they'll be there for you today. So if you need someone to talk to from the LGBT community, these are a great organisation to call.
And stop. And hold on.
So I'm going to light the candles.
Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Hold on. Give me one moment. Pause. Okay. Sorry about that.
So we just hold a minute silence for those killed and injured during the 3 attacks. Okay, thank you everyone. We just want to resume with the next video. And this is 2 videos followed by a poem. to stop it and start it.
What's up?
If we could just try stopping it and starting it, because it's stuck early on one of the earlier slides.
Okay,
So
because it's not here. All right, I'll restart it. Sorry. Is that better?
This year we marked the 21st anniversary of the Brick Lane bombings. Over 3 consecutive weekends, a nail bomber targeted Soho, Brixton and Brick Lane in order to attack our minority communities in London. Motivated by his hatred and prejudice, the nail bomber aimed the attacks on London's black, Bengali and LGBT communities. Brick Lane is, of course, the heart of Britain's Bangladeshi community, and it was an attempt to strike at the heart of that community and the diversity and the pride and the strength that exists in the East End over many years of struggle against adversity and against divisive forces.
Tower Hamlet's No Place for Hate campaign was developed to promote awareness about hate crime, encourage reporting and send a clear, consistent message of no place for hate. It empowers local people to play their part in condemning hate. I know it's a difficult time at present for all our communities. We use the anniversary of Brick Lane bombing to reflect on the challenges we have faced from those who wish to divide us in the past, and reaffirm our commitment to Tower Hamlets being a no place for hate in the future.
And pause. Exit full screen. And
It's April, and in normal times I write a poem about 3 dreadful crimes. The London nail bomb attacks, I'm sure you know, what happened in Brixton, Brick Lane and Soho. Every year, with love and with pride, I've been there to remember the day Nick died. But this year is different. No one will be there to lay flowers or light candles or say a prayer. So here is a poem to the world from me about the present catastrophe. I'd like to believe that every cloud with a lining of silver is endowed, that the means can be justified by the end, and every stranger a prospective friend. This recent crisis has given us cause to remember troubled times and pause, to think of sacrifices made by heroes in other crises that nobody chose. And that fighting spirit rises again to lessen the blow and ease the pain. Faith in humankind is restored as we pray for victims at home and abroad. We redefine the words want and need and suffer consequences of collective greed. The health of our nation is dependent on people who many look down upon. There are lessons to learn, but as we know from previous tragedies, is not always so. We show solidarity in this latest fight with a round of applause on Thursday night. Apart from that, we lock the door, doing our bit to help win this war. Communities cooperate to deliver supplies. Love for our neighbours is on the rise. But history repeats itself, sad to say. And when this crisis has passed away, will we remember the promises we made? to be less selfish? Or will memories fade? Will we have equality written in law? Or will not much change for the rich and the poor? Our deepest instincts make us have a go when something threatens our status quo. But will we put ourselves out in the years to come? Or go back to normal when the shouting's done? I would never belittle the sacrifices made or undermine the courage displayed. But I wish we could salvage some of the goodwill to continue to help the poor and the ill, to work for a world that is just and fair, for true worth to be recognised everywhere. The march of progress can be painfully slow. We know this from Brixton, Brick Lane and Soho. But just as we continue to strive to keep the flame of justice alive, the unsung heroes carry on until peace prevail and hate is gone. We lost loved ones, we share the pain, and know that things can never be the same again. Brixton, Brick Lane and Soho, we remember what happened 21 years ago to Nick, John, Andrea and Cinders. From everyone who loved you, we still miss you so.
So the next video is going to be a video about reporting hate crime.
The sad eyes, don't be discouraged, or I realize it's hard to take courage in the world full of people. You can lose sight of it all. The darkness inside you can make you feel so small. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, oh, like a rainbow. Show me your smile. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, oh, like a rainbow. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, so beautiful, like a rainbow.
Stop sharing. And
that brings us to the end of this year's Act of Remembrance for Brick Lane. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We'll turn off record now. So if anyone does want to say anything